Okay guys, so tip number one on the squat, okay, this is going to be scapular retraction. I find a lot of people mess this up when they squat. They literally just walk up to the bar and they just throw that thing right on top of their traps. So this right here is showing me place the bar, shelf the bar on my traps with zero scapular retraction. And then you're going to see here, I actually use scapular retraction, so I'm pinching those shoulder blades together. See that? It creates a nice shelf for the bar to sit on top of, so it's not uncomfortable on top of the vertebrae of your back. So no scapular retraction, scapular retraction. I do it a couple of times, you can see the difference. No scapular retraction, boom, scapular retraction. Okay, this next one's going to be very simple, but it's also a very important fundamental, and that's grip width placement. So you want to grab the bar as close as possible. So the closer you grab the bar, the more upper back tightness you're going to be able to create. Some people just don't have the mobility for it. So again, that's going to be very individual. It might be a little bit wider than I'm doing. It might be even more narrow than I'm doing, but as close as possible is always going to be better. Tip number 3 is going to be your walkout, guys. Now, a lot of you guys walk too far out from the rack, which first off isn't safe. You just want to take a simple 3-step walkout. So keep your feet together, not staggered, not one foot in front of the other. Take a 3-step walkout like you see me doing, and then you can take 2 micro steps to kind of adjust your feet and slightly angle those toes outwards to increase hip mobility. So again, very simple. Should be nothing more than a 3-step walkout. Tip number 4 is going to be breathing. Okay, you want to breathe deep in between each rep, as you see me doing here. So you see, deep breath, boom. I create that intra-abdominal pressure, descend. I come back up, I exhale. Deep breath again, create that intra-abdominal pressure. I come down. Again, I'm holding my breath until I finish the rep. Done. Then you exhale and repeat. Here, I'm just going to show you basically those steps done all over again for a couple of reps from the back. Again, I don't unrack with a staggered stance. Okay, my feet are parallel with each other. Take 1, 2, 3. Then I take 2 micro steps, just adjusting my feet. Again, another tip too, I guess you can call this tip number 5, is you want to keep those glutes flexed in between each rep. I descend, I come back up. You can't see my breathing, but right there I exhale. I breathe deep again. Boom, you see my body kind of jerked, getting that tightness. I come back up, I exhale. Real simple. I'll show you guys what the squat looks like from the side. And you want to get as deep as you can for your own individual mobility. So for me, I go, I don't want to say just past parallel, I would say just a little bit deeper. The mental cue I use is I let my hamstrings touch my calves. That's when I know it's time for me to come back up. And 2 additional tips, probably the most important, is just reset the weight, guys, and practice these cues that I'm giving you with a really light weight to make sure you're doing this correct. I know, everybody always wants to progress and do extremely good on each workout, but you don't want to get stronger with bad habits, because that could potentially lead to injury down the line. And just why would you want to be doing things in a less efficient way? So start with a really light weight, even if you have to start with the bar. Go over everything. Go over that scapular retraction. Go over your breathing. Go over your walkout so that you can do everything efficiently. That's what I did. I would say the first couple of years training, I learned to squat a certain way, but pretty much not really learning to squat, just watching people doing it. And I was just adding weight, and I would get tweaks all the time. So just take your time, reset. There's nothing wrong with using a light weight. In fact, if you're doing it correctly with a lighter weight, you're likely getting better muscle activation, which is going to lead to better growth. So just be patient, go over everything that I told you here, and you'll be 10 times more efficient with this movement pattern over time. You guys, I highly recommend saving this video to a playlist and just use it as a cross-reference for your squat, just to kind of go over the pros and the cons, the yeses and the nos, and obviously film yourself performing these movements. I cannot stress that enough. There's no way to really know unless somebody's filming it for you or you're filming it yourself. So it's just gonna take being really repetitive, and eventually you'll have a really good clean squat technique. I finished up this workout with some Romanian deadlifts. I've been doing these, man. These were like such a high priority exercise before I got injured. I had gotten up to 315 and I was able to do like 3 sets of 10 to 12. That was actually doing the exercise first. Here I'm obviously doing them after I squatted. So I'm just doing 225. I just did 3 sets of 10 to 12. And then I did some, not lunges, step-ups right after. And it's funny, I haven't done step-ups in the longest time. I've just been doing reverse lunges, which I would probably say is still my favorite unilateral leg movement. But I'm really liking these dumbbell step-ups. And again, guys, pick a weight that you can perform the exercise correctly in the 10 to 15 rep range. Again, this is not the main movement, it's an assistance movement, so you want to make sure you're executing it correctly. That is it for that video, guys. Try those tips out. Try and apply them to your squat if you feel like you're having trouble with bar placement, your walkout, your depth, whatever it is. Go over those cues. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any more questions about other exercises, drop a comment below. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
You tell me to grow up, but I never show up. Always